Go on, down. Thank you. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I am Beema, better known as Els. And today, we're starting a brand new journal. Not if Harry has anything to say about it, though. Yes, we all know you're there. Yes, you're there. We see you. I see you. And this, of course, is a viewer pick. So basically, I put up, 4 or 5 journals that we have kind of ready to go. And I put it up in my Facebook group, and I allow everybody in my Facebook group to vote on which one they would like to see next. And we have a winner. A very clear winner. So our 4 choices were Forest Fairy Travel Journal, Little Golden Book, Winnie the Pooh, and kind of a pink dragon fairy fantasy thing. One was an accordion journal, one was a little golden book, one was just a regular journal, and then one was going to be one of the big album journals that we've been doing as of late. And Forest Fairies won, and that is the big album journal as of late. So we're going to be doing that one today. What is up with you? 2 seconds ago, you wanted nothing to do with me. Now you're mommy, 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 mommy. What? Do you need treats? Yeah? Okay. Let me get him some treats. Good morning, Jersey. Hi, Michelle. So I had a very, very busy me weekend. I completely reassembled. I cleaned out the garage, and I took it from 3 of these big pallet cart things down to 2, and condensed a whole bunch of stuff. Pulled all of the Christmas in July, which is now ready to go. Patreons have that list in advance. Probably going to do it next Sunday. And then I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the punch sale like shortly thereafter so that it can all go together. And then the following Sunday, unfortunately, I do have Brian's live sale. So I got to get the punches out too. And I'm trying to get it done in when it's, close together so that it can all be mailed in the same package, try to save everybody some shipping. So we'll do that. And so I completely tore the corner apart on top of all of that and reorganized some stuff and found I have more space than I thought I had. And I'll be honest, the crafty corner is now crafty 2/3 of a room. There's just stuff everywhere. If I was in my craft room, it would probably all be condensed. Unfortunately, not my craft room. So we are going to be doing the Forest Fairies, and let's take a look at that because we do have it here. Let's take a look at what we have for it. So obviously, what we're using is from Victoria. So, pricey. But we have lots of papers. So we have a lot of paper. There's also a lot of ephemera that goes with this, but I've already cut all that down. So, we got some strips, and we got a whole bag full of goodies and parts that go to this. And these are just extras because, see this pocket? I cut it in half when I was doing some of the work. So, and then, of course, we have all of the other little bits and pieces that we can use with this. And we now have to decide what we are going to. There we go. Yeah, it's basically. So you're so we have to decide what kind of a background we want to use for this, and we have a couple of choices. We can use we can do it in craft, we can do it in black, or we can do it in cream. Those are kind of our three choices for the build on the book. A craft and a black one I already have. They're 5-fin. If we want to do a 3, then I'd have to build a book. Let's see, what else? And we have to decide what kind of a cover we're going to use. Hi, Christine. So let's take a look at craft and black. Let me grab one of each. Okay. Sorry, guys, talking to Sash. She's not doing good. All right. So this is the black one we have, but it's got a really huge spine, like way big of a spine, and it's a 5-fin, and it's this kind of greeny color. We have this one, which is basically just a blank slate, and this is a 5-fin with the smaller spine. This is the 3-inch spine. Hold on a second. Let me deal with this. Okay, so we have the plain craft. Oh my God. So we have the plain craft, and we could do this in a cream. And if we do it in the cream, then I'll have to build the book. If we want to do a 3 thin, I'll have to build the book because all I have is a 5. I'm going to slap her silly. So this is a 5. If we do a 3, I'll have to build the book. And this one is that one that has the really huge spine. It's like an inch wider than the regular spine. I think I have a plain black one out there. Let me go look. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab the other one and see what it is. Okay. Okay, so this one is a black, and it is a 5. So that means we have a black in 5, we have a craft in 5, and we have the extra wide spine in a 5. I don't know. A, B, or C. We're going to do this. Let me get out some alphas. You guys get to do this. Telling y'all, last couple of days, I worked my tushy off. I did. Too bad you can't lose weight just, melting in the sun. All right, we're going to call this one A, this one B, this one C, and D is going to be cream with 3. So pick a color. Let's start with that. Let's pick a color. A, B, or C. Do you want, well, hold on. We got to do a color thing. So let me get rid of this one. Hold on. All right. All right, so this is the cream. So these are your choices. A for cream, B for craft, C for black. Let's start with the base color. A, B, or C. I'm going to start with base colors first. Hi, Mary Kay. So Michelle's being a pain in my butt. She wants the decorated one. We're not doing that. We're just picking colors, Michelle. Pick a color. Cream, craft, or black. And I'll show you guys. Again, we'll take a look at the paper. So this is our paper. So this is with the cream. This is with the craft. This is with the black. All right, so we want to do a cream build, it looks like. All right, so now that we've narrowed that down, making notes, watch, make some notes. Cream. Okay, so now we have a new question. So here's the thing with these. They have to be an odd number. Okay? So we only get 2 choices here. 3 or 5 fin? 3 fin or 5 fin? 3 or 5? Three. Okay, so we're gonna do a three fin. Now, I can't build the book itself at the moment because I have to get the fabric to cover it, and I don't have anything right now because, well, we all know. So I'm going to take the paper with me and go to the Snobby today, and I'll get the fabric to do the cover for the build. What we can do is we can build the fins. Okay, so we're going to be doing a 3. Let me get. Where's the 3 guide? Here it is. So this is the 3 guide, which is a 2 1/4 inch wide spine. Yes, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Okay. So we're going to build this out. Because we really can't do much until we do. So, all right, so we're going to do 3 fins. I'll do the, I'll build the book off camera. So we're going to do cream with 3 fins. You want the big flips or no? Like the big, huge flippy flaps like we use in the other one? I love the way you guys help me with that. Mary Kay says, sure, with flips. That'll tell me if I have to find 12 by 12 in the cream, because to do those big flips, because I don't have any of them in the presets, I'll have to get 12 by 12 sheets of cream in order to do those. Okay, Michelle says no flips. Christine says yes flips. Well, Michelle, you're outvoted. All right, so let's just build some ephemera for this, shall we? Because, I mean, we have, like, the images and stuff, but we don't have any journaling cards or anything like that. So let me get this stuff out of the way. I love when we have a fully productive meeting, you know? It's always helpful. All right. Okay, if this bag would just open, life would be easy. I get these from Daiso, and sometimes they just don't want to do, what they're supposed to do. All right, so we have all of these, which, like I said, we cut this stuff down already, and we put it through the Xyron, the little one. I realized I have been working this little Xyron for about 2.5 years now, and I have never, in the 2.5 years I've had this, have I changed out the refill, How weird is that? So we have that. We have more of it. And then we have a whole bunch of this type of stuff. So we can do, we can make our journaling cards and tags and stuff. So let's get these done. Little tickets, that little ticket, we have a pocket. I'm going to show you guys how I work with this when it's got this on it and I don't necessarily want that, but it's there. And you don't just want to cut it off, All right, so we have a little envelope. I don't know that we'll use this for anything, but it's kind of cute. There's another ticket, kind of a pocket thing. That can be a journal card. I don't know what the hell that's going to be. That we're going to make a tuck, so we're going to back that as well. We have a little ticket, little journal card. Let's see. Little journal card. And we do have some images here that need to be trimmed. Look at this. We got more stuff over here. What do we got? A journal card. And some more little journal card tabber thingies. All right. So let's put this away for the moment. back in the bag. Get in the bag. I don't want to get in the bag. I don't care. Get in the bag. And let's take a look at what we've got. That one can definitely be trimmed down to go onto a tag or journaling card. These two, not so much, but that one can. Okay. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 in a mini, 4 in a mini. These are almost the same. Like this is like the blank version and this is the dressed up version. We'll turn those into tags. That's definitely a journal card. Definitely a journal card. This is a tag. That's a tag. This is going to be a tuck. It's going to go over here. This is going to go over here. This is going to be a journaling card. And that's going to be a journaling card. And then this will go on the tag. So we got taggy stuff, journaling card stuff, and tucky, taggy stuff. Journal cards. Tags. Tags. Tags, tucky. Okay. So let me grab some regular cream. Okay. Because we got this, it's going to get down, and we're going to put all this stuff down, and then we'll trim it out. Then we'll ink it, That way it has a plain blank background. And I'm just wondering if I want to do this all on scrap file folder. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do this in scrap file folder. So let me get some of that out. Whoa. All right, so this is my Bin-O scrap file folder. We've got a piece there. Apparently, I've been working with the dark ones for a while. All right, and those. So that should give us enough to start, and then we'll work our way through this. Now, for efficiency's purposes, I'm going to be using the Xyron. So, let me grab a side table. Makes it easier. Plus, I got to use this thing more because I discovered in going through all my stuff that I have like 8 rolls for this thing. So. You don't know what a Xyron is? Xyron has inside of it, it has rolls of adhesive, and it makes, basically, it turns anything you put through it into a sticker. You just put it in face up. And kind of run it through here. And when it comes out on the other side, it's a sticker. Which makes gluing things down 1,000 times easier. This one has permanent adhesive in it. Let me see. Is there anything else that needs to go through the Xyron? You know what? Let's put the words through. We're going to put the words through. this through. There we go. Okay. So that'll work for that. Okay. Oh, I got that shoved under there. That's okay. We'll fix it. No big deal. The words. The other words. And then we'll take this off. Okay, so we're going to get this out of the way for the moment. I'm going to cut the words off immediately and put them back away because I don't want them right now. Okay, you get this trimmed, this trimmed, this trimmed, this trimmed. All right. So, what'd you guys do for the last couple of days? What'd you do? Anything fun, interesting, unusual? Same boring stuff? Monday, what did we do? What did we do? Okay. This one's going to be a little tricky. Okay, it's one on top of the other. So, never fear. I can fix it. Okay. See, got them apart. Same thing with this one. It's going to be a little tricky. It's okay. We can do this. Just pick that up. Cut along that edge. Get rid of that. Okay. Then we'll put glue on that. No big deal. Okay. This one. That one's free. Get this one free. This one free. That one. That one. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Okay. So now basically they're all free and I can put them on the card. Now what I do want to make sure is that I don't have the card that has like that stamp, you know, in the middle because we don't want that. Hey, what's up, baby? From Vermont? Oh, I love Vermont. Haven't been there in years. Love it, though. How you doing, honey? How you doing? It's been so long since I've seen you. I was just thinking about you the other day. I pulled out I was going through some stuff, and I had like a rainbow pad, and I was like, I know who'd love this. Good, good. I keep up with you. Like I watch some of your reels and stuff, but it's like I don't know. It's been crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All the weirdness, you know? Well, you hang out. We're going to do something really cool today. We're getting started on a whole new journal. And we do these new journals now. I'm doing these new journals. They're great. They're called album journals. So I kind of took like scrapbook albums and combined them with journaling. And they make these fantastic journals. They're just, wow. They're so interactive and vivid. And it's just really cool. So that's what we've been doing around here lately. Huh? Up the river, literally, with their little journal. Yeah, I feel you. I did the same thing with my mom. I had to take care of her in the end, you know. She got older and nobody wanted to deal with her because she was mean. So I think this will have like a nice thickness to it without being too thick. And it's the right color. You know, that's the thing. It's the right color. See, it blends well. All right, so we got those down. We'll get those cut out in a minute. I'm going to get this one. What are we going to put on here? Let's just put a ticket on here. I'm probably going to ticket. So if you have never seen Victoria's stuff, it's all very bright and very vivid. It can be pricey. Quality polka art, quality as far as like inks and colors and things like that, it's fantastic. The price is up there, but if you want the same quality and less price, go to Polka Arts. They have a lot of the same types of images, but at like a third of the price. And she puts her stuff on sale all the time for like 70% off. And at 70% off, her stuff is very reasonable. So we're just going to use up some of these file folder pieces that I would normally turn into just regular tags. We're just going to make tags out of them. The mom is sweet. The mother-in-law wasn't. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, my mother-in-law. She was a laugh riot. She was from Germany. Like, literally from, like, immigrated to the United States from Germany. And, boy, she had a nasty streak in her. We were, we went down one time to see her. Well, we went to see his brother. His brother lives down in Phoenix and in Mesa, and the ex-mother-in-law lived in Apache Junction. So when we were down there, we figured we'd go out and have dinner with his mother. He's never been very close to his mom, but, you know, it's still his mother. It's still his mom. So we went to go see her, and we had the kids with us. So we figured, you know, let her see her grandkids kind of thing. And we're down there and we're sitting at the table, and Cassie had to pee. So Mike's like, I'll take her over to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. Because I was sitting on the inside. So he was like, I'll do it. And I was like, okay. So he gets up and takes her to the bathroom. And his mom, I don't know if she was trying to make polite conversation or what it was, but he actually took both kids and went to the bathroom. And she's just talking about very benign stuff, the weather, and yada, 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 yada. And she comes around to the grandkids. And she's talking about her other granddaughter who lives down there. And I think she had just gotten like an eye exam or something. And they found out her prescription was wrong or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I completely understand how that happens. You know, our daughter, Cassie at the time, had been diagnosed as an asthmatic. And like she was getting regular breathing treatments all the time, and she was constantly, and then, but she was a little sausage, and she decided when she was like 9 or 10, right around the time we went down, about a year before we went down there, she decided she wanted to lose weight. So she started, um, I'm not going to say working out, but she started like, we forgot to totally put these through the machine because they were all under there. But she started like, she was hanging out with the boys, the older boys, and they were practicing martial arts and, boy stuff. Well, she started hanging out with them, and she told them that she was trying to lose weight. So they decided to start helping her to lose weight. So they would go out in the backyard with her, and they would play. They would do their martial arts and stuff, and she could do the calisthenics with them. My oldest son got up every morning and he jogged like 2 miles, and she was too young to really go anywhere and jog by herself. So he started taking her with him, and it slowed him down at first, but eventually, she kind of picked it up and everything. So we're down there, and she was talking about how the other granddaughters was having, she wore glasses and they had the wrong prescription, and that was what was causing her headaches. And I said, oh, wow, that's, I'll have to ask Mom and Dad about that when I go over there. When we go over, we're going to go see them tomorrow. And I said, but I completely understand it because we just went through the same thing with Cassie. And she goes, Cassie's fun. She had this thing, like Cassie was like her chosen one, I guess. And I was like, no. For years we thought that Cassie was asthmatic because they told us she was asthmatic. And we found out she's not asthmatic. It's just because she was overweight that she would huff and puff and stuff. And, she's lost like 15, 20 pounds, which is kind of a lot on a little kid. And she doesn't do that anymore. And his mother, as he was coming back up, put down her food, like mid-bite, put it down. She put her fork down. She looked at me and she goes, well, you're fat. Do you have asthma? And my husband went, okay, time to go. Dinner's over. And then went and told his brother how he saved his mom's life. Oh my God. Excuse me? Yeah, that woman had no filters. And then he didn't even know she died because she did not want anybody to tell him. We were dealing with my mother, and my mother passed away on the 3rd of March. And not this past March, this was years ago, but it was the 3rd of March. And Mike, like, I think it was like the 1st of March, we got a letter from probate. Because whether she wanted him to know or not, don't make noise. It's unattractive. Work fan. Hold on, I'm having a fan issue. Just to say my fan has decided it doesn't want to go around. Come on. Come on, you can do it. My fan does not want to work. Come on. You can do it. Go faster. It's getting there. All right, there we go. It's going to make noise for a minute. I apologize. So, oh my God. So it was like the 1st of March, the end of February. And I get this letter in the mail from the probate court in Cochise County, which is where she lived. And I was like, what the hell is this? And it's addressed to my husband. So I open it, trying to figure out, what this is, because I really didn't notice what it was. But I opened all the mail because I paid the bills. And I just kind of opened it and I was like, what is this? And I looked at it. It was probate from Cochise County, where they were telling us that they had satisfied her estate or something like that. And I was like, what the? So I called him at work, and I don't call him at work, but I called him on his cell phone at work. And he answered the phone because he was between calls. So he went into after call, and he answers the phone. And I said, honey, why didn't you tell me your mother died? He went, my what? I said, why didn't you tell me that your mother died? And he made some kind of, rude comment about, what the heck was I talking about? And he was right outside of his boss's office. And his boss walked over and logged him out and said, what's going on? And he went, apparently my mom died. And he went, okay, well, go home. I'm going to put you on a week's paid leave because you get, because he'd been there forever. And they were like, so you go home and figure out what's going on and, let us know. And so he came home and he's reading the paper, and he's like, so he calls his brother and he's like, why didn't you tell me? And his brother who was his younger brother, and his younger brother's like, mom told me not to. He's like, and you listen to her. What are you, crazy? So he's out. He's got a week's leave for bereavement. And on the 3rd of following month, my mother passed away. So he was still on bereavement when we got that, which was great because he was with me for, the last couple of days of her life, helping me get through it. But, and so I was like, so we need something to make tags out of, guys. We're going to make tags. I think I kind of like this. Maybe this. Let's use that. We'll use that, and we can use that too. And so then my mom passed away. We got 2 pieces of this, so we can use that. So we were like, all right. What the hell else can happen? Well, we found out what else can happen. All right, I'm just going to rough this real quick. There we go, because I want all of this, but I want this cleared. I believe that's in his blade. We're going to find out. So he calls his boss and he's like, my mother-in-law died. His boss is like, damn, dude. He's like, I know. I kind of like that. We're going to work on that. And I kind of like this. So we're going to work this one too. Hi, Miss Tammy. So yeah. So he was off for 2 weeks. We did the whole, taking care of the final business bowl. All right, what color do you think we should use? For inking. Is it not Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. Okay. Okay, we're gonna cut this one kind of along this torn paper edge. I'm thinking maybe just brown on this one, or I don't know if I have a foresty green. I think we might just use brown on this one. Remember, nobody gets to call the crafty police. I can fussy cut with big scissors if I want to. I still think it's Tuesday, right? All right. Okay, tag then. There's a lot of tags here. Too big. Let's go to the back. I think this will be fun. So will that. And that. And that. Hey, we might have a use for these. No. That could be fun. Let's see. Hey, booger snot. I've noticed.
Hello, everybody.
Down. All right, so you got those two. Leave that over there. This will be fun. I'm looking at these thinking, this might be pieces that we want for this. All right, so put that over there. Let's get these out of the way. Bring these back. Oh. All right. I'm thinking. And that needs to go away. How about frayed burlap? We all know how much I hate vintage photos, so that's not going to be it. Let's do frayed burlap. And I'm going to get this put away. Over here. And then I'm going to make myself a note. So I remember which one we're using. Where's my pad? Because I already got my notes going on my pad. Where the hell did I put it? I don't know. You know, it takes a whole 5 seconds for me to completely lose everything on my desk, right? Okay. We're doing frayed burlap. I have to write this down because otherwise I'll be like, frayed burlap, scorched timber. I will. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Okay, frayed burlap it is. Now this is the oxide. It's not my favorite. I prefer the ink, but you know, it is what it is. I think I have the ink someplace. I just have to go look. I'm definitely sure. I think I have the re-inker, which will be great. You know what? Before we make a boo-boo, I'm going to put this away. We did that once. And we do have a re-inker for the frayed burlap. So we'll just get that, you know, mixed up. You know what we didn't get out? We didn't get out any washi tape for this one. Let's do some washies. What should we use? It's kind of samey, but I guess it'll work. I don't want to use the gold. I stare at this like it's my only option. No. Let's get some washies. Come here. Okay. She's still on Tuesday. She's a day behind. We have this. I like that one. Put these back in. Leave that. That could work. Hi, I'm Els, and I'm addicted to washi tape. Hey, which reminds me, we're gonna this month, this quarter, our swap is gonna be washi tape. We're gonna do a washi tape swap. I'm gonna get it posted in the group. I had intended to get it done earlier, but I didn't get it in. But I will get it in today. There ain't a damn thing in this one. Maybe those leaves. Not a damn thing in this one. I mean, like there's some that we could use, but they're not flipping my knobs, you know? My washi tape's got to flip my knobs for a project. Here we go. Let's see what we got in this one. What is that? No. Yes. No, I don't have any yes yet. This is all no. This is like all no. I don't like any of it. Okay. Not that I don't like it, I just don't like it this project. Okay. Number 4. Lucky number 4. What do we got? No. Maybe. Premium. No. Wow, that's number 4. Let's see what's in number 5, shall we? 5 is the lucky number today. Ooh, this has promise. Not a lot. Definitely. Same one. Apparently I liked it because I got more than one of them. Maybe. Ooh, maybe. That might work. That could work. And that could work. Okay. I'm satisfied that I have a few washi tape choices that I can use. Okay. Get up there. Now, why did I do that? I did that because I wanted to put washi on this. Ah! Yes. Monday and Tuesday. Els does nothing. Except apparently clean her garage. Um, reorganize her craft room, just the simple stuff. All right. Now I have to remember these are not going to be double layers. So trimming.
Well, that's the worst frosting job ever.
In all fairness, honey, you left the frosting out. It was room temperature. It wasn't cold. All right.
You seriously need to empty out the other fill up this big disgusting look. It's frosted is sad. After you have lunch. Yeah.
Don't sit over there and try to be a responsible grandpa after you said that to them. So we have to eat this cake after lunch, which I'm sure went with a wink, wink.
I didn't wink. I'm not awake enough to wink. But it's sad. In case they could somebody got the knife.
All right, let me get my icky stickies here so I can cut it off. Okay. All right. Everybody's saying hi to you.
Hi. Morning.
All right. This needs something.
You don't have to split it in half. I do want some a little bit later, you know. Maybe it would be nice if you thought if you asked Bima if she'd watch another.
Would you like another piece, Dima?
Yeah, later I think I will.
I was just gonna have to take this and then that stuff.
How about you two take that and leave that to me and Bima? Okay?
All right, we'll just use what's here, like right there at the top, because it's quick and easy to get to.
I would go under there with a fork.
Chill. Chill.
You make a mess and I'm gonna kill you.
Stop.
Hey, hey! Don't threaten to kill the grandkids when I'm live.
Keep it positive, right?
Yeah, as much as you want one.
Threatening to kill people live on the air is never good.
Up in covers.
Carla!
This side. So it's the next one. 2 inches, right?
This is what I get for turning everything into a sticker. Okay, now I'm going to cut this off at the top because that would look stupid. So we're going to cut some of this off on the top here. And then we will miter the edges. And I'm going to cheat and use my mitering piece for that. Because let's face it, I'm lazy. And that makes them perfect every time. Wish somebody would come up with one that was a little bit bigger though. I can live with that. You're finally on lunch? Yay! See, I love this natural, like, follow the line kind of thing. But I got to tell you guys, it's a pain in the butt to ink. I'm not going to worry about that because that's going to go on the edge of my tag. Right there. What else am I putting on this tag? I don't know. Let's see, what do we got? There might be. Looking for music page. Thought I had a half a sheet over here, but apparently not. It's time to clean this bucket out again. We just did it. It's got to get done again. I'm going to grab a piece of music. Let's ink this and see where we're at. And it needs, I'll find it. Here it is. Okay. I used to love the Delaware River. My dad still goes camping up there and fishing. He was actually there not long ago doing some fishing. He called me from out on the river. Nope, it needs a bigger piece. That was not a big enough piece. And then by the time I tore it down, it was even too much more smaller. Okay. All right. Let's put that on there. We're going to build this thing. Then it's going to go there. This is going to go right there. Now, mind you, I don't actually recommend stick glue. We all know this. But for this stuff where it's really thin, it's a good idea. And it gives you a little bit of playtime. You can kind of pick it up if you need to. All right, now we're going to put glue on this. If the glue bottle works, you know, I'm still trying to finish off this bottle so I can just move into the big bottle and not feel like I'm wasting my glue because it's expensive. Our glitter glue is expensive. Okay. I like it. Okay. And it ties it with that other stuff. You know, this stuff over here that we pulled. See? It's going to tie all that together because, you know, so it'll bring it all together. Carl, I have to tell you, when I first looked at that, I thought it said blue cheese. Because I just glanced. I thought it said blue cheese. I was like, no. No. All right, now it needs a thing. You know, I want to put a thing on it. All right, I'm going to glue this edge down, though, because this edge is popped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. I'm going to trim just a little bit off the top of this one. And then I'm going to ink the whole thing after I miter these tops. Miter that one. Miter that one. Doober. Need my doober. Dinky dinky doo. Kristen Keaton and Bo Chase. Okay. See, I didn't say blue cheese. I'm proud of me. All right, so now we have two tags. We are doing something. We have 2 tags. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. Now, again, these are make-aheads. So these are things that we've made ahead for the purpose of decorating later, you know. And for this, they work. I got to get these out, and I don't have a punch that fits them. It's either too big or too small, so I'm going to look and see in my weird shaped dies if I have one. Circle dies, circle dies, circle dies. Okay. This could be too big. Okay. Let's go down one. Which is this one, which is too small. All right, let's try this one. That could be perfect. Let's run it. Hey, I got one plate. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. I got Ozzy playing in my head right now. Oh, damn. That was good. This one's right there. Okay. We're going to cut this one. I love babies. You know what, though? They all look like old men without their dentures. They do. All babies do. Like they're going to gum the world. I love it. All right, we're going to cut this. So I need my fussy cut and scissors. No, seriously. Like, to me, they do. They all look like old men without their dentures. But, like, I think that's what makes us want to take care of babies and old people. I do know that it is the structure of their face actually cues stuff in our brains so that we do want to care for them, for babies. And I think it's the same thing with old people. I think that's why we don't, commit genocide. Kill off the old folks. Well, that was intelligent. I put that on upside down. There we go. Yes, definitely has a direction. Okay. Icky stickies. Trim off the excess. There we go. Get that out of here before it gets stuck to the board, because we will stick it to the board. I'm going to put this on. Okay, now. Did I already ink this? I inked it. Okay. Y'all know I forget to ink everything. Now, see, now she's too big. We need some smaller. And I do have some smaller ones that I did punch. So we're just going to pull the first one, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Can't even see it. We're going to see. What is it? What is it? It's a Flutterby. Let's see if we can find one with a fairy, since that says forest fairies. I got a fox. I got a squirrel. Are you kidding me? There's no freaking fairy. Okay, well, we're using this one then. Put some ink on this. A little bit of glue, because even though it's got a good adhesive on the back, I just did put my fingers all over it. Needs a thing. It needs a thing. Let me see. Up here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So this needs a thing. So I'm going to look in here. I don't know, but I do. I sing Ozzy when I'm crafting. It's weird. I sing hard metal. Ozzy, Sabbath, all of it. I'm weird. What can I say? Slow and easy. There we go. Okay. Yeah, see, it needed that. Okay. Yeah, but there are also people that are mean to children. Those people suck. They sucketh, I tell you, they sucketh. Okay. Where are... I want the flatter ones. Okay. And all righty. So I'm using the flatter ones. The other ones are they're a little thicker and they pop up a little more. These are flatter. And that's on there, and I was like, that's perfect. I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna ink this. Maybe put a small piece of washi on here, and then we're gonna put this down. Or plant. We might use a plant. Let's do this one. All right. All right, so Hubbard is going to start work soon, so we're going to have to chill out. We do have a lot of stuff going on in the next, for the rest of the month. We have, let's see, what do we have? We have this month's challenge. We do a challenge every month for our projects of 25. Why is this not going down? Note to self. This does not like the cardboard. It's okay, we'll work around it. So our projects of 25 challenge this month is ink in any form. It could be spray ink, magic markers, daubers, I don't care. Ink in any form and or metal. Ink and or metal. So that's that. And then what else? A week from this Sunday, Mr. Brian is going to be doing a D-stash, and I am allowing him to do it on my channel because it's just easier that way. Because, we all know where we are, right? We all know how to get here. So he's going to be doing a D-stash. I do not know what he will be selling because it's not my sale. I don't know what his shipping terms are and all that stuff. So we'll find out when he comes on and tells us. And that'll be, I think it's the 23rd. Let me see. I don't have the book. No, it's the 27th. So he'll be doing that on the 27th. Also, sometime between now and then, I will be doing the Oh, help me out here. What am I doing? I'll remember. Give me a second. The Christmas in July. That's what it is. It's the Christmas in July sale. I've posted that for my Patreons so that they can get a look at it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to actually do it as a live sale or if I'm going to do it as a video sale. Like, you know. This needs texture. So we'll be doing that. Plus, we have a pop-up punch sale that's going to happen as soon as I get them all organized. And pull the ones that we're going to sell. Because in order to sell them to you guys at ridiculously low prices, we're going to be selling the ones that are out of the packages. Let's see. And I think the most I'm going to sell those for is like $3. So the really big ones, $3. The not so really big ones, $2. And the small ones, $1. Yeah. We're going to put this piece on there. I don't know why. Just putting it on there. I'm layering. I'm layering. Look at me, Tina. I'm clustering. I think. I feel like that model. What was that called? That dork. They were playing models. You know, the one that couldn't make the left turn. Zoolander. That's what it was. I hate everything that man does. But I had to watch that because when my kids were young, like teenagers, that was like the cool movie. So. It needs something. All right, so we have Christmas in July coming up. We have the punch sale coming. We have Brian's sale. It's a very busy month. Now, I did just finish a 3-part free class, but I'll be doing another one here shortly. Also, I'm working on the next quarterly kit. And I'm thinking it's going to be something holiday themed. I'm not entirely sure. You know, when in doubt, put some ink on it and see what happens. Sometimes it just makes it, you know, come to life. Here we go. I think what it is I don't like that. So we'll fix that by making it look like the card's imperfect. And over here, just to balance. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alrighty. let's see what time it is. 11:45, which means I gotta get, because hubby's got to do his thing. So let's take a look. So there was a seam binding video today. Today's 16th? Yes. No, today's 16th. So I did the seam binding video as requested. There was a viewer request, so there it is. Very simple, very basic, easy to do. Gives you a fantastic look with your seam binding. There was an envelope flip-flop to use up some of those junk envelopes that you have. Tomorrow we're going to be doing, we're going to be working in this book. Hopefully I will have the book base done and we can get started on that. If not, we'll just work on some more ephemera. And then we have art therapy tomorrow. Now remember, art therapy has changed. We are no longer altering a book. We are now going to be using some art therapy type prompts and kind of doing a just do what you want to do. Kind of you do boo, you do you boo kind of thing. We'll see how that works. Also, Friday we're going to be doing craft with me. I've got that over here. It's here someplace. Where did I put it? Here it is. We're going to be making these little flippy, journaly, pockety, pretty things. They're holiday, kind of like holiday memory books, you know? So we're going to be doing those. And if I remember, I'll put up a supply list. What else? We're going to be doing that with craft with me. The mixed media on Saturday. Sunday, we're back to the game and probably going to be doing Christmas in July here on the 20th. And ink and or metal for the Projects of 25 challenge. Brian's D-Stash is on the 27th. Very busy. Very, very busy right now. All right. So that's it. Now that I've made a complete mess out of my workstation, my entire desk, I'm going to get out the stuff that I need to make this in cream, 3-fin with flips as per our early live meeting. So we did get some stuff done. We've got one. And this shows you why having make-aheads is a good thing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 pieces mostly done. I mean, we need to pop tops and stuff like that. But we got 5 pieces mostly done for this, which is good. That's a good rate. All right. So I'm going to put these in here. I'm going to even put this in here because we're kind of using it on this one. It's kind of working. We're going to put some of these in because they're blanks. We'll put those over there. We'll get the words back in here. We have washi tape. I am going to re-ink this because I have my inker. And we have all of our washi tape. So we're going to go ahead and put all this stuff away. We were using music page, so we'll keep that. We're going to keep these. I still have to cut all those apart. We can do that tomorrow. That's for sure. Somewhere I have a clip for this. I don't know where it is. Here, we'll use this one. So I'm going to put the paper back in the bag. And we're going to get all these little bits and pieces put away. Okay? And hopefully tomorrow we'll get, I'll have the book done so we can get a whole bunch of stuff done. But like I said, we still have some stuff that needs to get. I need to cut all that out, which I'll probably do off camera. Just because nobody wants to sit here and watch me cussy cut stuff because let's be honest, I can be nasty. All right. So if you're new here and I have not offended you, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a chance. You never know. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week, but I will offend you. Why? Because I do. Because I fussy cut with full-size scissors, This is not a normal person. And I'm good at it. That's the scary part. What else? Well, I'm glad you came in, baby. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I love coming in and just, your lives were always just so relaxing, you know? All right. So that's it. That's all I have. Like I said, if you're new here and I haven't offended you, give me an opportunity. I will eventually. Just go ahead and hi, Mikey. Just go ahead and subscribe. Hit that all buttons, the bell there, so that you know that when I go live. Join my Facebook group. Why not, right? Go over to my Patreon and support the channel. Hit up my Ko-Fi for some free digitals. And both on this YouTube channel as well as over on my Facebook, you can get a list of everything that's going on in my digital world. I did just update that recently, so there should be some fresh new stuff on there for you. But it tells you everything that goes on in my digital world. In it, if I'm traveling, where I'm traveling, when I'm traveling. Might even tell you which little booger I'm taking with me, because I take my grandkids too when I travel. But that's it. That's all I have until I see you again. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.